What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of The Field. Welcome to the Savage Land, man. And today we're going to jump right into it. Today we're talking about Python Patrol Copperhead. Just to start off, I don't have the original Copperhead in the 3 3/4 inch or in the classified line. I've been trying to get him for the past week because that's one of the Joes I fell back on and took advantage of Black Friday sales, but for some odd reason he kept jumping out of my cart. Something kept coming in front of him. And be honest with you, I was never crazy over the regular Copperhead. I mean, he's not a bad looking figure. Of course, you know, I don't think there's too many bad looking figures in the Gijoe line, but he just never really interested me like that. He was never one I really recollect with as a kid. I'm born in the 80s, was raised up in the 90s, and brought early 90s G.I. Joe. So if I ever seen Copperhead, he was coming in a shoebox. He was definitely off the pegs, and nothing I'm too familiar with. But just coming back, looking at the older episodes, he's not in it all the time. I mean, he's the water moccasin driver. You really have more of a lore to the toy of Copperhead than more than seeing him in the cartoon. But let's jump right into it, man. So I'm just go through this real quick, and I just want to say I think Copperhead is the best G.I. Joe classified Python Patrol as far as bad guys. I think he looks great. A lot of people may not understand his look, and I really don't either, because I have really no attachment to him. But I think he looks better than his original counterpart. And one thing I was noticing, I'm like, what is it so different about this? And it's the hatch work on him, the crisscross, man. It looks phenomenal, man. And basically it's just his arms painted over. Now, it's skin tight, so it looks like elastic or something that's stretched, but they did a good job. I didn't see a lot of a lot of bad spots in this thing, man, as far as paint, which I'm not too crazy over, like doing stuff like that, being real tedious on paint. If you watch my channel, you know I'm really not about that. I'm for the love and beauty of an action figure. And let's start from head to toe. So this helmet is yellow and black. It really makes it pop, man. I think they did a good job on that. It makes it pop more than the original helmet. And then it has some red on the face mask here, a little no hints of silver, anything like that. But of course he has the shirt on under the tank top, has the Python Patrol in the left side of his breast, almost over his heart. He has a harness that's black and red, and you can see a lot of the texturing in there. Looks really, really good, man. Looks like some type of animal, like some leather or something like that. Far as his face looks pretty good. Nothing too crazy in depth like Firefly or anything like that. But this part right here is really cool. This gold belt buckle skull with snakes going on around it. So sometimes when you get these crazy colors, it makes other things pop that you didn't see in the original color. So a lot of things are coming out. Like, look at that texture on that holster for his gun. Of course, comes with the same guns, except this time in silver. This one is gold, and of course the one in there is like a little 9mm is black. But that gold gun looks good with that black scope. Gloves look good with the black and red. As far as articulation, you already know G.I. Joe. Bicep swivel, double jointed arms or elbows. Pretty much you got the hinge going vertical and horizontal on the hands here. Thigh swivel, double jointed knees. He has a boot cut. Pretty much same thing for last time. Of course, ankle rocker and ankle hinge there. But not too much, man, to go over as far as him. But as far as his aesthetic, a lot of people can't understand it, but I think it looks really, really good, man. It's really interesting, man. I think he's the best looking Python Patrol figure that we got. And it's nothing too crazy to go over, because you can see the guys in the background, they all look like Throw Up, but he looks like the best Throw Up. And like I said, I don't know why I was crazy over this guy, but I just think he's awesome. He moves great. As far as his weapons, he's from one of the old molds, so they've gotten a little bit gummy, but it's not as gummy as some of the newer ones I got, where you can just straight fold it over like a taco. You can fold his and bend it, but they're hard. They can stay in line, and it'll take a little bit of heat just to get them just straightened out if they are bent. And then as far as his machete, that looks really good. He has some like some type of like blood stain on it. And they did a really good job with it. It looks good. I love when G.I. Joe paints the blades on their knives. But it looks good, man. So pretty much same ordeal as far as his weapons wise. Just change up in the paint. And that's the biggest thing about it. There's something about this paint job that I like better than the rest. But he looks good in the Trouble Bubble. That's going to be his ride. One of the Televipers, especially when I get more, is going to have to get kicked out of that Trouble Bubble and, you know, give it up to him, man, because he looks good in it, man. He really does. And, of course, I did the Trouble Bubble already, and, of course, you know how I feel about that. I think that is a awesome set and an awesome vehicle. And this time around, I will say this. I think Cobra has the better troops when it comes to Python Patrol versus the Tiger Force in this classified target line. Last year, I believe the Joes had the better. Like I said before, with Outback, Bazooka, and who else looked good? Oh, Recondo. This time around, the Python Patrol Officer looks good, which I haven't had a chance to get yet. This Televiper looks great, and this Copperhead looks phenomenal. Copperhead, I would give it to him, man. I think on the Cobra side, he's the best looking one. He's the most interesting looking one. And the Televiper looks good. The Cobra Officer looks better than the this one over in the lime green. Looks better than that this time around. But this Copperhead, man, is the truth. So on the Tiger Force side, we got Outback. On the Cobra side, we got Copperhead. And I'm gonna get that original, man. I hate that I didn't have it. Usually I have some comparisons, but you can see him up here with his other Tiger Force, Python Patrol counterparts. And I got Zartan in the mix, man, because he's really not a Dreadnought. A lot of people like to put him in Dreadnought situations, but he's more of a grunt worker for a Cobra army. But he's like a Dreadnought because he lays up in the swamp. Also with Crocmaster, it's never really official if he was a Dreadnought or not. But you can put those guys in those similar situations. Like you definitely wouldn't find him with the Red Army. He would probably go with the Dreadnoughts and of course the Python Patrol, which the Red Army will probably be more on the field with the Blue Army. And the Alley Vipers and things of that nature, man. So everybody has their part, everybody has their fit in the Cobra army. But this is one, man, I definitely was excited over. And when I finally got it in hand, I was even more excited, man. I think he's a dope figure, man. I think he looks really great. I'm not even gonna say if you're on the fence about him. You either like Tiger Force or not. You either think it looks like throw up and you hate it, or you think it looks like throw up and you love it. And that's just the bottom line, man. But real quick, man, you know me. I'm just showing love and beauty for the figures I love and the line that I love, which is G.I. Joe Classified, man. And I got a lot more stuff coming, man. So I'm just trying to do these little quick banger reviews, man, and just at least show you these guys here, man. But if you have the old Copperhead, nothing has changed. But the paint job. So if you into it, you into it. But I'm gonna leave it at that. This is the Savage Land. We do this for the love and beauty of action figures. If you can, give me a like, comment, subscribe. I got more videos coming up. We got the Hiss tank coming. We're gonna have plenty of army build videos. That's what I'm going into next year. I'm really deep diving, just showing off my Cobra army, getting that out there, because people put up their armies, but you just don't see it all the time. And I think that's something that should be celebrated. That's almost like its own genre in this field of action figure collecting now. Whether you do Star Wars, Marvel Legends, and of course G.I. Joe Classified. Hey, but I'm gonna leave it like that. And with that being said, until the next time, God bless.